Hi, everyone. I'm NewsNOW from Fox host Pilar Arias, currently joined by David Ishmael. He is a United flight attendant who is also a member of the Association of Flight Attendants. David, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
When you first heard the news, it was overnight into this morning about the United layoffs. 13,000 is the number that we're hearing. What was your initial reaction, or what did you think?
You know, a mixture of lack of surprise, because we did have this date of October 1st in our minds for a very long time, but also a bit of disappointment, of course, due to the lack of action in Congress and with no payroll support program having been passed.
How long have you been a flight attendant?
I've been a flight attendant with United since January of 2016. So this would have been the middle of my 5th year.
And were things normal, great for you? Talk to me about pre-pandemic life, if you don't mind.
Sure. Pre-pandemic, you know, the airline was in a period of rapid expansion. So there was a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity to fly into some really fantastic locations that I probably didn't see myself in the year before. I'm a commuter, so I was able to get to and from work, and I had flexibility of being able to live in another city, but working in another city. And it was just a lot of anticipation for what was coming next at this company.
I feel like flight attendant is a dream job for so many people. All those years ago, what made you want to apply? What made you want to be a flight attendant?
Well, I can remember aircraft, I think probably before my first memories of my family. I've always had jet fuel in my veins, so to speak, and I've always wanted to fly. And the goal eventually is to become a pilot, but I just needed to get on a plane, and this was the best first step to do so.
And when you were saying you've been a part of this involuntary furlough, so when did start? I don't want to say when did things start going south, but essentially when did you start realizing that your job was in jeopardy?
I would like to say that was probably in March. We were, that's when we really started to see the international impact of what COVID was doing to United. And as the company is one of the largest international carriers, that was the first place we felt it. Of course, working with some of the repatriation flights that spring as well, bringing Americans home, that also really hit home how big of an issue this was globally and how much it would impact our jobs going forward.
So you were just telling me that you've been involuntary furloughed since March then, is that the case?
No, my involuntary furlough started in October. I was able to work some of started today.
So you've already been told some news that this may not be permanent, or what have you been told?
So even though today is the effective date of our involuntary furloughs, just because we have already run out of the first payroll support from Congress, there has been sentiment from Scott Kirby, our CEO, and of course from American's CEO as well, that they're willing to reverse the furlough process. Of course, if something were to pass pretty soon in Congress, and that is something that we definitely need to happen, and we're still fighting for.
When you're hearing that, I mean, we keep hearing that there's no deals being made for, relief for regular unemployment, relief for all these sorts of businesses, in particular hospitality, hotels, and the airline industry. The fact that there's just this impasse and that deals cannot be made, how does that make you feel?
It is definitely frustrating. And I think, we need to look at this in the context of a greater impact on the U.S. economy. It's not just about saving a bunch of jobs. Airline employees and airlines themselves service communities that depend on their air service for vital medications, mail, et cetera. And that is something that, in a broader context, we definitely need to keep in mind as we need something to happen in Congress before time runs out.
Since March until now, what has life been like on planes? How has your job been different?
Oh, it's changed a lot. Definitely on the positive side, customers tend to be a lot more friendly and tend to be a lot more appreciative of the work that we're doing. The airlines have taken a lot of major steps towards onboard cleanliness, social distancing, and making sure that we as crew and of course customers are protected and can get to and from their destinations safely. And that is something that I've found very helpful, being able to get masks issued, PPE issued. That is definitely been reassuring.
Is there anything else that you want to tell me while I have you?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. I think, just to reiterate that this is not a bailout as it's been mischaracterized to be. This is a jobs program, and it really is vital to it's beyond just my job. It's vital to the rest of the country.
All right, David Ishmael, United AFA flight attendant. Really appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, and thanks for having me again.
All righty, take care.
Bye-bye, Pilar.